Moonee Valley. It's become a bit of a joke of a track, really. They've had 3 meetings back since the renovation, and they've all been, well, stinkers. The first meeting back, there was a travelator on the inside, as many people will remember. But how did that happen? I'm not quite sure why they would put the rail out 5. I think it's because maybe the work experience kid forgot to turn off the sprinklers and lanes 1 and 2 were just saturated, which is why they put it out 5. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And as we all know, with a track that's come back from a renovation, and we all know that out 3 or further at the Valley's on pace leader-ish, when those two things combine, there's a travelator on the inside, and that's exactly what happened on that day. So it was impossible to make up ground, so it was impossible to back a winner, and even most of the horses that weren't expected to lead, led, or sat right in behind the leader on the fence and was able to win. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Alright, you got that wrong. Let's move on to next meeting. The rail goes back in the true, and from race 1, you cannot win in lanes 1 and 2. It seems as though the water had not drained from those lanes yet. But at least it played a little bit more fair. But when you compare that to tracks like Caulfield, Flemington and Sandown, where they have Saturday racing, if any of those tracks were to have lanes 1 and 2 off from race 1, it would be a big loss for the club. This time, second time, we'll get that out the way. Third time lucky, third time's the charm. That was yesterday. The rail was out 4 metres and it was a firm track. And again, you needed to be either the leader, right on speed, or up the inside. As I said at the start of the video, we all know good track and rail out 3 or further at the Valley equals on pace / leader-ish, and that's exactly what it was yesterday. Obrick couldn't run down Ambassadorial. Duke of Hastings at $17 went straight up the fence. Oz Impress held on to second at $17 just behind Inhibitions. They couldn't catch Acromantula, they couldn't catch Deny Knowledge, and they couldn't catch Najem Sahale. Moonee Valley broke our horse Flying Mascot. And onto another issue, the amount of good 3 tracks at the Valley. Now, the good 3 back about a year and a half ago broke Flying Mascot as a racehorse. Yesterday, more than a few horses pulled up with the jockeys saying they appreciate tracks with more give, and the track was too firm for the horse. Why they run so poorly, and that risks them getting injured, which is what Flying Mascot did. And I'm not saying Flying Mascot's the be-all and end-all. There's been some horses that, over the years, definitely that have been wrecked by the Valley. It's not that bad for betting if you can bet on the leader when it's a situation where the rail's out 3 or further at the Valley and it's a good track. That's okay, but it's when you back the leader, but the horse you thought was going to be the leader isn't the leader, and that's when it gets frustrating. The switching of the winning post to at the end of the down the side bit couldn't come quicker because we need some change. It's just unenjoyable sometimes watching racing at the Valley when at the 600 metres you know your horse is back worse than midfield and you've got no hope. You've got no hope. Like, it's written off. You can't win from back there. That's my take on Moonee Valley because it's caused a lot of controversy over the past couple of weeks, but we'll see how they respond throughout the spring.